In the case of Corporal Tillman, a Silver Star was recommended. I sat down with the people who recommended it, but that was higher than some had been given, and we went over a whiteboard and we looked at the geometry of the battlefield, and I queried the people to satisfy myself that, in fact, that his actions warranted that, even though there was a potential that the actual circumstance of death had been friendly fire. And I need to stress here, we had a number of famous people in American history killed by friendly fire, Stonewall Jackson, Leslie McNair, and the like. And I don't separate, or I don't believe that the circumstance of death detracts from his courage, commitment, or contribution. So I was comfortable recommending, once I believed that the people in the fight were convinced it warranted a Silver Star, and I was too, with forwarding that. I also sent a message informing my chain of command that we believed it was fratricide, and we did that when we were told there were going to be fairly high-profile memorial services. Now, what happens in retrospect is, and I would do this differently if I had the chance again, in retrospect, they look contradictory because we sent a Silver Star that was not well written, and although I went through the process, I will tell you now I didn't review the citation well enough to capture, or I didn't catch, that if you read it, you could imply that it was not friendly fire. And also, when I sent the message, the intent entirely was to inform everybody up my chain of command so that nobody would be surprised. If I had it to do all over again, and we subsequently changed Army policy after this, because the intent on awards at that time was to do an award rapidly so that it could be presented to the family at the memorial service for their comfort. What we have learned since is it is better to take your time, make sure you get everything right with the award, and not rush it. So I say that in the two things which I believe were entirely well-intentioned on my part, and in my view, everyone forward that I saw was trying to do the right thing, it still produced confusion at a tragic time. And I'm very sorry for that, because I understand that the outcome produced a perception that I don't believe was at all involved, at least in the forces that were forward.
And you believe that Corporal Tillman earned the Silver Star by his actions before he died?
Sir, I absolutely do. I did then, I do now.